Most common mistake on the snatch drop, number 1, not enough deflection. That means that you are not counterbalancing the bell enough to slow it down and have a nice smooth drop. So if once you're turning the bell, you want to deflect or keep your chest up and back as that bell is in front of you. Not until the bell starts to move behind you do you follow it to counterbalance that the weight of the bell is now behind you. So make sure that as that bell moves forward, you are counterbalancing by deflecting back, waiting for that bell to drop down, and then following it. If you turn the bell and you follow it too early, you are going to be off balance. So if you drop the kettlebell and you follow too early, you follow it down, you're going to end up with a lot of pulling on the hand. So make sure that you stay up and back until the arm comes into the hip. Second most common mistake on the kettlebell snatch drop is not waiting long enough before hinging at the hips and going into the backswing. So you can deflect all day long, but if you push your hips back too early, you're going to end up upsetting that nice smooth curve that the bell is making. It's going to yank you down, and it's not going to be a smooth drop anymore. It's going to be killer on your hands. So after you deflect, you want to wait and let this arm come down. You want your arm to physically hit your hips before you bend the legs to absorb the bell and then move into the backswing. So if you deflect again and you push your hips back too early, no good. You want to wait, stay tall, let your arm come in, then bend and go back. So I'm going to show you. So what you don't want to do is deflect and then just push your hips back too early, because you're going to end up not fully utilizing your legs to help you move the bell. So what you want to do is deflect, wait for that arm to come down, absorb with the legs, then move into your backswing. So a good way to know whether or not you're waiting long enough, use a mirror or use a video to check and see from the side. Use slow-mo to see where you start hinging early and seeing how you can correct that. Most common mistake on the kettlebell snatch drop, number 3. You are not regripping the kettlebell at the right time. That means that you're not setting the kettlebell into the hook grip at the right point on the drop. Where that should happen is right about in the window from here to here. It's going to vary depending on your technique, but what you want to avoid is waiting until down here to regrip the bell. So if you kind of loosen your fingers but you don't tighten it back up until the very bottom position, that's when the bell starts to pull on the palm and really pull down on the arm and work your grip more than it needs to. So if you already reset your grip right about here or right about here, then once you get to the backswing, you don't have to worry about any jarring on your arm because the bell is already set in a nice secure grip, and you can just relax your shoulder and swing it into the backswing. So think about after you've unlocked, deflected, you're going to set your grip on the bell and then continue to let it fall nice and smooth into the backswing. Most common mistake, number 4 on the kettlebell snatch drop. Your grip is either too loose or it's too tight. The grip we want to have on the kettlebell is called hook grip. So the kettlebell is going to sit between your first knuckle and your fingers here with the thumb locked over. This is going to allow me to maintain a good grip on the bell so the bell doesn't slide around in my hand, but it's also going to allow me to keep a straight wrist and relax the forearm flexors. So that's going to be a good grip right there. If your grip is too tight and you're squeezing the bell, not only is your wrist going to be bending here, but the forearm flexors are all working hard. So you don't want to be gripping super tight on the handle. That being said, if your grip is too loose and the bell handle can slide around in your hand, that's not good either because you're going to get blisters and you're not going to be able to maintain the same bell position throughout the drop. So make sure that you've got a good hook grip on the bell handle.